Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drivE, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Raider Sky FR16. So we have a lot of choices right here, but they all drive the same. The difference is the color scheme and the story behind the vehicle. For example, this is the FR16 Civetta Racing, and the story on this one goes: Civetta started out with open wheel racing 1929 as one of the first teams in the competition. It was made to give small drivers a chance to race in the big competition. It soon became one of the biggest teams and still is today. This car has a custom engine sound, so I'll let you listen to that real quickly. Sounds a lot better than those V6s, don't it? That's because this has a V8 engine in it. And we are going to start this off with a little bit of driving. Now this thing drives totally different than any other stock car in the game because it's a Formula 1 car. You wouldn't expect it to really be comparable to anything except the most raciest cars in the game, and even then you really can't compare the two. This thing can go around corners ridiculously fast if you're talented enough to keep it under control, but it can be also really easy to spin it out. And if you do spin it out, it's really easy to destroy the car. Just going over a rumble strip like that, for example, can actually cause some damage to it. I'm trying to do some damage with those rumble strips, but they are actually complying with the front of the car. But I have had it where we go over a rumble strip and the front of the car just gets damaged and that whole little front wing section will fall off. You see it's wiggling right there, so I think it might be a little bit damaged in terms of connection to the car because it doesn't usually wiggle that much. Now, does that affect the way the car drives? I don't know when it's just wiggling. If it falls off, yes it does. You will have less downforce and it's much harder to control this thing. So I know you guys are all waiting for the crash, but I'm going to go ahead and complete one lap and then we'll crash it because we can have the huge straightaway right before the crash, which gives us a huge speed when we actually do the crash. We're going to floor it all the way to the next corner, and we're going to try to steer into it even though there's no chance at this high of a speed. We're just going to understeer, and then bye-bye, half of the car. So we got parts flying all over the place, which is one of the nice things about this thing. It has a lot of parts that'll just fling off of it, and it's kind of hard to keep track of them all because they went in so many different areas. But you see there are parts behind us, in front of us, everywhere. As for the deformation for the vehicle itself, it seems like it did okay, as in there is nothing that's glitchy about it, although I can't really say that this is super realistic of the kind of crashes you would see in Formula-like racing. Anyways, let's go ahead and reset this thing and do some more driving. And for a little bit of extra fun, let's go ahead and throw in an extra Formula 1 car. So we're going to put the Dead Bull Racing version up here. And then for this one, we're going to tell the AI to control it. Now, I'm pretty sure the AI will be able to control this totally fine. The thing is, they just will not go fast. They're going to go as slow as if this was any other normal basic car. So I'll tell them to run away from me, and then I will try to chase them. Although it looks like they took off pretty fast, and for a second I thought they were going to go right into that wall. And where in the world are they actually going? Oh, they're going to that side road. Okay, well, no, they're not. I'm just going to follow them and figure out where they are trying to go, because I almost never go on this road, because if I'm going to Orochi Raceway, I wanted to go on the racetrack. So it seems like they're actually going at a decent pace. I could definitely go way faster than them if I wanted to. I'm just trying to kind of trail them at a consistent distance. But right here, you see I was gaining on them, going about 60 miles per hour, so they're probably only going about 50. Whoops. And since they're set to flee, the second I pass them, they'll do something dumb like that. Maybe I'll swap them over to be random instead of flee. That might give us a little bit better of an experience there. Alright. Which way is he going? Right into me, apparently. Hey, screw you. Gotcha. No, he got me. Somebody's got somebody. That was dumb. Can I drive? Kind of. Can they drive? I see them hopping over there. This is a destruction derby now. This is all your fault. What were we doing again? Oh yeah, we were doing a very serious race, and then that happened. So let's go ahead and try this once again. This time, I'm actually going to stick to my goal of just following their car instead of destroying it halfway through, because I changed my mind on what I was going to do. And this time, they're going to the left again and then to the right. Where in the world are you going? I only stay to the main road. I don't like these side roads, man. Can you go any slower? I'm surprised you didn't stall this thing out. You were going so slow, man. Come on. Step it up. I mean, I can't really blame the AI. They were never designed for a Formula 1 car. I'll just push them along, give them a little bit of boost that they need, or I'll fly over their car. You know, that's actually kind of fun to do. Just chuck your car over their car, because you can actually get some airtime doing that. So let's try doing that with a little bit of slow-mo. Hey, you just lost the front of your car. Do you care? They do not, although I think with the front of the car gone, they lost control. No, wait, they're good. They're good. I guess so. That was interesting. For some reason, they just forgot how to control the throttle right there, although I'm noticing they are way overshooting their corners and they just went a piece of their car. They're going to crash this thing eventually. I want to keep up on them so I can see them crash it. So I know it's just a matter of time before they do. Like, I'm watching them. They're all over the place. This AI is way more aggressive and way more idiotic. Right into the tree. They're still going for it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think their front suspension is ruined, so we'll reset them both and see if they do the same mistake again. Yes, they did. How strange. Now, why in the world would they be doing that? I don't know, but let's just crash into them. A little bit of slow-mo, not much, because that wasn't the way I was hoping to. I wanted to actually hit them in a way where we would fly over them. So if I was wanting to do a crash like that, maybe we should put them back to flee. Because if they're in flee, they might drive a little bit more sanely and not spin out at the start. So bad. Nope, that was worse. They literally lost a wheel. You suck at driving. That's all I gotta say is you are really, really, really bad at driving, man. Come on, come on. Don't spin out. Okay. You know, I got an even better solution to this. We're gonna teleport their car to a different location, so at the start, hopefully they don't hit the stinking barrier. So reset everything up, and then how's this go? Perfect. Now, the thing I was trying to do for the last few minutes, let's actually execute it. We're gonna just follow them along for a bit. When I see the right chance, we're gonna launch over them. I'm looking for like a big straightaway. Whoa, didn't think they would go to the right. I mean the left. I thought they were gonna go to the right. So they lost a piece of their car, and oh goodness, something is up with me and my driving. I'm all over the place. Gotta calm down and actually follow them. Oh goodness. I didn't know which way they went. I thought they went to the right for a second. I can catch them no problem though, because I'm a way faster driver. We're already caught up, and now we just gotta plan the collision. On the straightaway, we can get a ton of speed to get maximum airtime, although they're better at putting the power down than me, I think. Lots of slow-mo. Fly! Oh, I didn't quite get over the car, but we're still having some fun here. Keep it at 16 times slow-mo. We'll just see where this goes. We're gonna all end up as ornaments in a tree, aren't we? Nope, just me. They are free. Wow, the game completely crashed right there. Did not expect that. We'll get back into it in a minute. And we are back, so we're going to get a different version of the car. We're going to go with the MC MP4-4. Or the easier way to remember it, it's the one that says Ibishu cigarettes on it, with cigarettes spelled with an S. So we're going to take this thing on a jump. We'll go about 60-ish miles per hour right there. And we'll see how it flies and lands, more importantly. Got some wheels falling off. Still one wheel attached. Can we put any power to it? No, we cannot. Those front wheels are just spinning from momentum. So we'll just go ahead and reset it and try the smaller jump to the left of the one we just did at a higher speed. So this time we'll hit it at about 80 miles per hour. Lots of air. Ooh, not exactly what I foresaw. I did not think we would hit that. I thought we would either go under it or above it. Instead, we crashed right into it and really beat up the car. So we'll reset it once again, and since we did both the other two, we might as well do the last one as well at an even higher speed if we can. So that's about 100. Come on, smooth landing. There you go. Oh, or not. It looked like one of the car parts that fell off actually got stuck in the car and flipped into the air. That was really interesting. And we could actually put down power still. We just have no steering capabilities because the rear is so ruined it cannot put down power correctly. Although we could do donuts without any effort at all. I just hold the accelerator and it's beautiful. But we're not doing much doing this, so let's just reset it. One thing I haven't shown you is the interior. So we have a functional steering wheel that'll also tell you what gear you're in. And then it has some lights to tell you what RPM you're at. So you have green, followed by red, and then blue. So right there it's telling you to shift. And it's going to tell you the shift. And since we're in automatic mode, I really don't need to do anything. And then we could fly once again. We'll go ahead and get a different camera angle so we can watch the crash happen a little bit better. Chase camera at the default angle. So front wheels are gone. Rear wheels are attached, but I doubt they will function. No. So just a quick look at the vehicle itself. Lots of damage on that one, just as you would expect to see. And just in case you didn't notice it, the name of the camera we started with was called TV, and as I was cycling through the cameras, we also had one called Old Style, and then we had a normal cockpit camera. So there's 2 additional cameras that you wouldn't normally see because they wouldn't make sense on a normal vehicle. So we could try to do a suspension test here. I see parts of the car flying off. It is bouncing me left and right. It technically completed it, but it did fall apart a little bit in the process. So we'll go ahead and try to do that, and then straight into the ground to get maximum damage. I think we might be able to put down power still. Yes, we can. Let's go off-roading in my Formula car. That's the only way to off-road a car like this because it'll bottom out the second you touch the ground. Hey, look, you can flood the engine. As I'm about to prove right now, the engine has been hydrolocked. Can you imagine? You're just walking through a murky, muddy area like this. And you're like, wait a minute. What is that? It's a race car in the middle of the water. That makes no sense. How could it have gotten there? Yeah, WhyBeAre did it. That's how. Now, here's something dumb I tried that unfortunately did not work. I don't know if you've ever read it before, but there's this thing you can always find online about how technically a Formula 1 car should be able to drive upside down. And I was curious, well, could that work with this car? So what I did is I went to the tuning menu, which is actually pretty full featured for this vehicle, and I got to the downforce and I maxed it out so it would have as much downforce as possible to hopefully drive upside down. And I actually made a custom tube without anything in it and tried to do it. Unfortunately, it was not possible. It does not have enough downforce to stay driving upside down permanently. You can, of course, go around the tube just like any other car, though. Even with only 2.5 wheels, you can kind of go up the tube. And now it's only like 2 wheels in total because we have 2 3/4 and 1/2 fractions. I was debating about not doing this, but I'm genuinely curious. What would happen if we try to take this thing through the mud? How far can it get before it gets stuck? Or will it somehow find a way to get through it completely? We're going to find out right here, right now. So I'm going to go into this a little bit slowly and then just floor it. No way! No way! It's going to make it! Ha! I can't believe that. I was almost certain it would get stuck. All right, you know what? It's going to show off. Show off! Get through that. Tires are exploding. Pieces are flying off, but it's actually making progress. Very, very poor. Oh no! The whole wheel is falling off. No longer able to put down power, but honestly, I am so impressed with that. I'm going to do it one more time. I feel like if I get a little bit better of an angle and just floor it, we might be able to make it. Come on, let's go. We got farther than last time. Keep going. Don't let up. Don't let up. Don't need no tires. Just need the... Nah. We need a little bit more than the rims, it looks like. Wait. I saw a little bit of movement, but I think it's not going to be enough to get us going anywhere. Either way, that was stupid fun. Now I want to take this thing to a normal road and see how it does there. So I'm just going to go ahead and swap over to East Coast USA and try out the car there. We'll go to the sawmill to start things out, which is actually a dirt road, which doesn't make much sense, but we're going to do it anyways. Now, if I spin out instantly, it's because of the dirt, because I don't think a Formula 1 car is made to go on the dirt. So we're going to get the Stank Industries Racing Team version, which is based on the Stanky Leg. No, it's not based on Stark Industries, which has a coincidentally similar name. It's based on Stanky Leg, which has the exact same name. Come on, guys. How obvious does it have to be? Anyways, we got to find our way out of here. And there it is. I actually didn't know which way to go initially. So taking this thing onto the streets, how does it do? Well, that bump just popped it. You saw the rear end lifted up into the air. So yeah, you definitely want to keep this thing mostly to smoother roads. Brakes are amazing. Right there, I thought I was going to fly off the road, and I just slammed on the brakes, and we stopped. Stop! Those brakes are killer! Again, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna crash. Just kidding. I'm not gonna crash. I'm trying to figure out where I am. So that's the city you start in, basically. Okay, I know I am. We're gonna floor it and fly through the city a little bit. Don't want to fly too much because I want to be able to still control the car afterwards. Brakes! Those brakes are so good. It started to like lift the car up the ground. It looked like. I mean, it didn't really, but that's what it looked like. Can we straighten this out? No. It is driving too crooked, and now it is ruined. So we'll reset it back up to the dirt, and we'll try going in the opposite direction this time. So we'll go down this dirt road, and then we're going to go to the right, and then floor it. Oh my goodness. I am scared to drive this fast here, to be honest with you, because I don't know these roads well, and with a car like this, if you don't know what's coming up around the corner, you can really get yourself into trouble. That's why I like driving it on Hirochi Raceway. I know that course good enough where I can slow down when I need to. Here, it's like, I don't know what's ahead of me, so floor it, but then also hit the brakes as hard as possible because I didn't see that coming. It's a mess. Anyways, I think that will do it for this video. Till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.